Mhm.
and I got my voucher the same day I went to my apartment. Truthful enough, they placed me in an apartment, which is the one that I sublease now,
Mhm.
but it was up under, the public housing thing.
Okay.
So if she got her housing, she would have, if this was her actual interview, she would have did her thing, did her paperwork, and got her voucher yesterday. So that's a lie. I'm not saying, I'm just saying from my experience with how they do it up here in Dallas.
Mhm. That's crazy. Like now, how she owe $5,000 in rent, but you been there for so long, man. You would have been evicted.
Right. She said her rent is she said the marshals did come and serve her. They gave her 10 days to respond.
That
Now,
10 days. Ten
when
days.
they filed for an eviction, they have to file for it, get a court date, take you to court, then they give you so many days to evacuate the premises. If you don't, then that's when the constable come to sit your stuff outside. If she just got served, she still got a whole month to a month and a
You
half
better be glad she
before.
don't live in Florida, because they will give you 24 hours.
But in order for them to legally,
They ain't waiting no
hmm
30 days. You got 21 days.
no, I'm just
Oh,
saying
boy,
the
she better
the
be glad.
total.
Try to move to
I'm
Florida.
just
Try to
saying
move to
the
Florida. Try it's cheap. Move to
yeah
Florida. Try to move to
the
Florida. It's cheap.
total whole process would take like for the office or whoever to give her notice. So what she probably got was the notice from the office saying that you got 10 days to. They will, pursue with filing for an
I'll
eviction.
put it like
That
this.
takes
If
time.
she don't even go to court, they gonna file the eviction right then and there.
Exactly. And then the constable's gonna they give her, 3 days or whatever the case may be to vacate. Then if she don't vacate within that time, then the constables will come and sit your stuff
Yeah, they
outside.
will. And they don't
They was
play. They don't.
Yeah, they don't play.
They come early in the morning while you still asleep.
I don't want to say she lying, but if you went for your housing appointment, you should have got your voucher yesterday. So that means you should be in the process of trying to find you another place because it takes time with housing. I know up here with Section 8, it takes a while because a lot of landlords, like independent landlords, don't take the Section 8 voucher because they done been down that road before. So it's hard up here to find a decent place on Section 8.
Mhm.
But if she was going for her Section 8 appointment, she would have got her voucher yesterday.
Mhm.
And that's when she started the process with relocating. But she probably went for her initial appointment to see if she could get it, not saying that she's going to get it.
No, but do you remember? No, 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 no. Because it was one day she went to the office. It was one day she was there speaking to that lady. So this is the second appointment. No, 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 no. Like 3 weeks ago, she was at the same office talking to that lady.
So if this her second appointment, she should have got her voucher yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. She
She
just
should have got her voucher.
yeah,
So she lying. She studied lying. So now your lights on. So now you up making ketchup spaghetti with no lights.
right. Her lights been off as she claimed for 2 months. What are you talking about?
But she was in the kitchen making ketchup spaghetti and took a whole bag, half a bag of shredded cheese and put it
No,
on top of it in the pot.
the
Well,
lights ain't
don't you
off.
remember in
Well,
January
yeah,
she the same thing, her light bill. She said her light bill was $3,000,
yeah. And
and
then
people were saying, "Well, file your taxes." And she was trying to figure out how to file taxes on a
She
job she
filed her
never had.
taxes and bought a
Scooby Doo
bought the
machine.
Scooby Doo. Yeah, she
Yeah,
bought
the
the Scooby
mystery
Doo
machine.
machine.
Yeah.
But
And
what's
that's
a
how she
Scooby Doo
paid for
machine?
Myrtle. That's how she paid for Myrtle Beach for Bike Week is with her income
Yeah, she was
taxes.
riding down the street in the
Yeah.
mystery van with the kids and everything.
Yeah.
Oh
Instead of
wow!
her taking that money and catching her bills up like any normal person would do, which is to catch your bills up with your taxes, then you wouldn't be behind. But she took that money and she blew it.
And then she was
So
lying about her food stamps because I remember She was like, she took old dude to go get plasma. He ain't get for no money, blah, blah. They was arguing, okay.
Yeah, to feed the kids,
Then a week
right?
later, she was like, yeah, I'm tired of y'all wasting my stamps. I just got this stuff.
But I mean, Miss Kryptonite pulled my card. She said, "Why you violent?" I said, "No, what I was saying, I was picking back on the previous live with,
I don't even
I think
join
it
her
was
live no more.
Grinch that was, I think that was Grinch that had got up on the panel and told her like, you got some positive women. I think Candy, you was on that panel
And
too.
guess what? Guess who blocked me? She did, because she was tired
Yeah.
of me giving her advice and tired of her hearing resources and tired of her me
Mm-hmm.
telling her the truth.
Hold on, y'all. Let me check and see.
She was always
Going
mad.
live on my YouTube,
We
4:30.
go
Just like that.
Well, I
1:30.
know I thank God for the way they do our public, because if you use public transportation and use your pay for your card on your phone, you get a free Uber. So I didn't have to pay for my Uber.
Oh, what the hell?
Yes.
Move. Why you in my face? I'm not going nowhere.
But yeah, that live was a hot mess this morning. I'm not even joking. And I listened to it while I was on my way in so I could have playing in my ear. But she I was on my way in. Sell this truck. No, you tell him to get the HI plate.
Yeah, she also said on the live that when she moved, he was not going, he was moving.
Sugar honey iced tea.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
again.
I say those abbreviations so I won't be cussing.
But you remember, I don't know if he was on that live, but they was asking her, like, when you move, are you taking him with you? She was like, no, he weighing me down. He not going with me. He not coming with me. He gonna be living with his uncle. I said, yeah, right.
She say stuff on the live. This is what people want to hear. So it's all with her. It's all